Hey guys, Fast Fun Dad here. Welcome to a very different video today, as I'm gonna teach you how to fix problems with precision farming on your map. Okay, so if you want to know how to add precision farming to your map, you have tons of videos there. You have in the precision farm zip file from Giants the documentation on how to do it. Okay, so it's very simple. You have tons of videos. This video is not about that. Okay, this video is you already added the precision farm, but for some reason precision farming isn't working. There are errors, or even maybe there's no errors, but it's not happening, like nothing is happening. Okay, and I'm going to show you exactly how to fix them, okay, at least the ones I know. If you have other issues, please do talk to me, and or maybe even send me your map and I can have a look and see if I can fix it. I am not a professional modder or anything like that. I'm learning as I go, but I've seen that no one is making videos about how to fix problems with precision farming. So I want to have that because I've had a lot of problems. No one could help me, like literally no one, not even AI. I'm not even joking, and I used like 2 or 3 different AIs. None of them could help me because there's not much information about what it does. Even professional modders, they say one thing, some say one thing, others say other stuff. So it's not their fault, it's just there's not much information about that. So first of all, precision farming, what it is. So it's a mod from Giants itself, and pretty much it does precision farming. So it's pretty much that. And there's a lot of people that they enjoy that, and there's a lot of people that they only download maps that have that. Okay, because there's a lot of people that really enjoy that. When I created my map, I did not have that in mind, and it was the first time I was doing a map. So of course I'm not a professional modder, or at least at the time I wasn't. I made a lot of mistakes and errors and little bugs and all of that. And even though my map was working 100%, so you could use, you could do anything in the farm, in the fields, like everything was working normally. When I loaded or added or installed the precision farming in the map, it kept giving me errors. So if I go into the log, you can see here there's already 2 which has error: tramline map density map task failed to generate FieldCourse field for farmland 6 and farmland 74. Okay, this is one type of problem. Okay, there's more, but pretty much all the bugs and the errors, pretty much it's the tramline. So the precision farming does work, but it creates automatically tramlines, and when there's an issue in the field itself, it won't create tramlines. And if it doesn't create tramlines, pretty much precision farming just breaks and you can't do anything, which is a shame. So you have 2 options. One is you download precision farming configurator that pretty much it disables the tramlines creation. Okay, that's one way to go. Or you fix the issue. The problem is how to fix the issue, because there's not much information in it, and it's very difficult. Even after on the console log, I've written pf, so it's precision farming uncover all, everything is red, so it doesn't show my info layer soil map. So where's the various types of soil? If you go into any soil, it just says, let me go here, no data found. So no data, it breaks, doesn't work, you can't do anything. All right, and that's pretty much a problem with the field. So it's not farmlands, it's fields. Precision farming reads fields, does not read farmlands, or it might read farmlands, but it's the fields that work with. Even if you have problems with your farmlands, which I had, I think it's this one here. Let me see, I can't find it here. Let me see if I can do like farmland, and this one in here, you can barely see here that it's not green in this part. Okay, so there's like, I don't know, 6 pixels that are the field itself, it's on the non-viable farmland, okay? And after I fixed my issues, it worked, okay? It worked, not a problem at all. And so the farmland is not the issue. It's always the fields, okay? So you have something wrong in the fields that you need to fix. But now, you know, if you have a map with 10 fields, it's quite easy to fix. If you have a map, well, like I do, with 180 fields, it's gonna go crazy. So I'm gonna show you exactly how to fix it, okay, or at least how to find it and how to fix it. And below you'll have the chapters for every single error I found and I fixed. All right, guys? So let's go. All right, guys. So we're here in the Giants editor. So I have pretty much my map over here. And you remember that it said that the tramline could not create, well, itself on farmland 6 and farmland 74. So that's pretty much a problem with the field itself, okay? And I don't know if you saw on the map, there was a couple of issues that I'm going to show you, something that can be done without thinking, and it works in the normal game, but with precision farming, it does not. So everything, so this is my field right now. So this is field 6, okay? As you can see, it's like in a U shape. The first time I created it, I did not create in a U shape. I created in a square shape, and then I created this U shape to put the farmer's market here. What happened? Well, it happened that this is the field 6, all looks good, all the polygons are correct, all the polygons you see, they keep going forward and they close, all good. But then we go into the name indicator, it's outside of the field. And if you go into teleport indicator, it goes outside of the field as well. So pretty much because the spawn point is outside of the field and the name indicator is outside of the field, you know, it gives you an issue, okay? So that's pretty much it. This is one of the errors when there isn't, when it can't create pretty much the tramline, okay? Another issue it might be as well is sometimes you have a placeable, okay, on top of it. So sometimes you have a placeable very close to the field. For example, this one, it's not, but for example, sometimes it is here, or well, not here, but because this is right on top, but very close to the field, because the field doesn't end here, okay? In the game, there's still like a couple of pixels that come over, okay? So a little bit over. So if you have this too close, okay, for the normal game, it's fine. But for precision farming, it's not, because it reads all the information from it and then creates a tramline. So sometimes the tiniest thing can break, and sometimes it can break in a weird way, because I'm showing you field 6 and field 74. Field 74, I fixed it just by getting the teleport indicator on the correct place. So as you can see, the teleport of this one, I did exactly the same. It's a U shape and it's not on the correct one. I had to bring it over, name indicator, bring it over, and I fixed the field 74. Field 6, otherwise, I don't know if it was because of where I got the map. So I didn't create the map from scratch. I downloaded as a flat map, and probably where there is the field 6, there is something in the ground, which I searched pixel by pixel and I couldn't find. I couldn't find anything that was here. I deleted the field, I created the field, I validated the field. So everything that you have here on the shared scripts, I've done it. Okay, everything here, I've done it properly, and still field 6 did not work. The only thing that worked was for me to delete the field, and it worked. Okay, so one thing you can fix sometimes is just name indicator and teleport indicator. Sometimes there's some issue with the terrain itself and the field, and it's not going to let the tram line to be created, which is kind of stupid, because if you are in the game, even if precision farming is not working, but you pick the field and you in the map you create, you ask to create tram lines, it does create tram lines. So manually you can create tram lines, but automatically you cannot. There's a bug. I don't know why, but it didn't let me create, and I literally deleted, created a brand new field. I copy from this one as well, I copy from the 74, nothing. There was something here in the terrain for some reason that was breaking the creation of the trams. I tried multiple things. I took the foliage out, I took everything out, I pretty much cleaned all this part, created the field again, and it still didn't work. Okay, so instead of not having a field, I did something else. Okay, and this is the second part of the problems that you might find. So you load the game and you load precision farming. By the way, you are not obligated to load precision farming on your map XML. Okay, unless you want your own soil map. So if you want, you can use a generic one by just not saying anything in the map XML, and precision farming will load a generic soil map. Okay, if you don't want to create one by hand. Okay, but I had another error that was, well, no error. So everything was fixed on the log. I fixed the fields here. I fixed 74. Everything was great, but it wasn't working. And I started to think, what is it? So I had to start, deleting fields to be able to find. And I found what was my problem. So I don't know if you saw, but I have different types of fields. So even so that I have rice fields. So I have 2 rice fields. This is rice long grain. And I have grape and olive. Grape and olive work really good. So this is grape, this is olive. They are just fields with nothing here. And then the placeables go on top. So it's on placeables.xml. They work great. Not a problem at all. Rice, on the other hand, it does not. Okay? Because for some reason, I don't know why, rices are placeable. So the rice is a placeable. So you buy it on the customization menu. So you don't seed it to get rice. You buy a plot, say it like that, of land, or a plot of thing that you can have rice. And that's a big issue, because it doesn't connect to the field. So it's something that goes on top of the field, while the grape and the olives, they go in the field. They don't you can't put elsewhere. They need to go into the field. So it's a different thing. So a rice, you can put whatever you want. So if you want, you can put rice in this empty space. You buy it, you open something here, boom, you have a rice field here. Grapes and olives, they do not. They connect to the field. And that's a big issue, because I know that. And when I created these rice fields, what I've done is I created a field as well. Because if someone, imagine I buy these 2, I start doing the rice, but I don't know, after a couple of harvests, I say, you know what, I don't want to do rice anymore, I'm going to sell it. So I can just go into the menu, selling part, and I can sell the rice thing. And when I sell the rice thing, I still have the field here. So I don't need to create a new field. It was already here. It works great in the main game. Okay, so no problems at all in the main game. It works like a charm. As soon as it is done, the rice, I can sell the rice field, let's say it like that, and then I can use the field normally. Well, precision farming doesn't like that, because rice doesn't connect directly with the field. And for them, these 2 are fields that have a placeable on top of them that do not connect. Okay? It never showed any error on the log, like nothing. Like my log was clean. Okay, precision farming was supposedly loading, supposedly it was working, and yet it was not. Okay, no errors whatsoever, and still it never worked. It was everything all red. It never showed my soil map, and I was like, okay, well, what is going on? So I found out that you have to remove the field. So that's what I did. I had to remove field 91 and 92 because, as you can see, here it is. So 91, as you can see, this is a field. It goes around. It's a field, 4 polygons, and you know it does make sense what I've done. You know, like after you're done with this, or if you ever done with this, you can just have a field ready to do whatever crop you want. You know, in the other maps, that's what I do when I buy a rice field. I put it on the field on purpose because then I can use the field later. But yeah, precision farming does not like that. So if you have rice fields, this is probably the issue. And maybe check the grapes and the olives to make sure they are inside of the field properly. All right. Okay, and we're going to the third error that I had that no one could help me, that made me do pretty much every single info layer, and still never worked. Okay, and this is connected with the first error. Okay, when I talked about the field 6, I even came into Giants forum. As you can see, nothing. No answers, because no one can help me because they have no idea. I've seen other people asking the same thing since Farming Simulator 22. Nothing, no help, no information, nothing from, you know, the Giants itself saying, look, there's a couple of issues. This issue is because of this, that issue is because of that. There's no information whatsoever. There's no videos whatsoever. Okay. And pretty much it said that it failed to create a boundary from boundary line. Okay. So it's a boundary line generation task. That confused me because this is a completely different thing. It's a boundary line generation task. Okay. It was connected with the field and the tram lines. Okay. So as soon as I say here, if I use precision farming configured and disable tram lines, precision farm works. Again, the same issue. Boundary line generation task, it's tramline as well. So for some reason, it's failing to create a boundary from boundary line. So the problem is it doesn't say which field you're on. Field, yeah, I have 180 fields. Like, what am I gonna do? Do you understand? So I had to do field by field. You know, I literally, what I did was, for example, I deleted first everything and left the 4 big ones. It worked. Then I left these, well, I left the giant ones. Let's call these ones giants. And then I left the giants and the big ones. It worked. Then I left the medium ones and it worked. And eventually I knew the problems were the small ones. There's 104 small fields. So I was like, okay, this is going to be hard. So I started like, I leave these ones and it worked. I'll leave these ones and it worked. And then eventually I put these ones, it didn't work. And I found out it's because of the rice fields. As soon as I fixed that, it started working. But as soon as I put this one, it stopped working. Again, I did, you know, kind of 4 fields by 4 fields. So I started with this side because I was afraid it was the grapes and the olives, but no, grapes and olives work amazingly. So these 4 were working. As soon as I put these 4, it didn't work. Then I put these 4 here, this 8 here, and it didn't work. Then I put only these 4, it worked. And eventually I did these 2 and it worked. When I did these 2, it didn't. And I knew, okay, it's definitely field 6. So I put this one and it worked. So I knew, yes, field 6. That's when I found out there was something in this field that wasn't letting create a boundary, creating tram lines, whatever. Sadly, I do not have a fix for this because no one can tell me exactly what it is. I don't even know if the issue is here, 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 or here, or here. There's people that say that it's because of the size. Well, I changed completely the field and I made it a square, still didn't work. I changed the foliage, still didn't work. So what have I done? So I still have something here, a crop here, but to not have a field, guess what I've done? Rice, of course. I've done rice. So I took the field out and I pretty much just put a placeable here of rice field. So it's just to say, because I tried it, if you sell the rice field and you create your own field, it works because precision farming already loaded the soil map and already has the tram lines, you know, so it already loaded into the map. So it's, if you create later, it's fine. So this one, sadly, I do not know how to fix it. I just know the problems are always fields, okay? Are always fields. So you need to check, first of all, the easiest things, okay? Name indicator, teleport indicator. It doesn't matter if people tell you, oh no, it's the info layer that needs to be that size or that's, no. My info layers were pretty much like loads of info layers were different sizes. Like this is a 4x map, okay? It's a very big map. It's a 4096 per 4096 map. It's very big. And the info layers are supposed to be double the size. Well, when I was creating the map, it was the first time I screwed up or I didn't know what I was doing. And the info layers that were already in the map, they were wrong. They were different sizes. They were 2000, some were 2000, some were 4000, some were 8000. And I never did anything because it was working. And it worked, okay? So even with precision farming, it was not that, okay? That wasn't necessary. The big problem here is fields. So if you have problems with precision farming, it's fields. Check the fields, delete fields if necessary. Remember that when you delete the fields, you can keep the farmlands, okay? You don't need to delete the farmlands, okay? So it's very easy. You just need to delete the fields here, and before deleting, you need to use the field toolkit. Choose the fields that you want to, or you can just clear all fields. So on the map, so you can clear all the fields, delete the fields that you want, okay? And of course I need to do clear fruits as well because there's tons of fruits here. Even if I clear the fields, they won't go out. So for example, now I want to delete these ones, so which are over there if I'm not mistaken. And now I go back and I just field toolkit and I repaint all the fields, and as soon as it will show up, it won't show, see, the ones that I deleted. So that's the easiest way, okay? Do it like this, do parts of the map slow and steady, and then find out which one is giving you the error. It's easier than it sounds, okay? It takes time, yes, but sadly, sometimes you don't have information. Like I show you on field 6, there's literally nothing on this field. I can even show you if you want. It would be funny if I found it now. It would be very funny if I found something now, but I literally saw pixel by pixel, like literally pixel by pixel. There is something in this field that, you know, doesn't let the tram lines being created. There's nothing in it. I saw, you know, pixel by pixel. There's nothing here. There's nothing that doesn't let, even if because I can do, for example, something like this, and the only thing that it's this. So yeah. Yeah, and yes, I deleted these. I deleted everything from here. Okay, so if you think, oh, but have you deleted? Yes, I've deleted. I've changed the foliage. I changed the texture. I've changed everything, and nothing worked. For some reason, this field here had a bug, and of course, I'm not gonna redo everything. Of course, now when I when I do another map, I'll be careful with this. But yes, people do say, oh, it's because of the size of the field, because of if the field is a little bit weird, it doesn't work properly. Well, this one is exactly the same, is a mirror of this one, literally. So you can see it's literally a mirror of this one, so, and it works. So yeah, it's definitely not that, but there's something in it. I don't know what it is. What I've done is I removed the field and I just put a rice field placeable here. Best course of action. You still have a place, or you still have a crop. If you don't want, you can sell it and create a new one, because the farmland is exactly the same. So the farmland is still the field 6, let's say it like that, and yeah. All right, guys. If you have any questions, if you have any errors about precision farming, any extra errors about it, please do send me a message, okay? If you want, you can send me your map as well for me to check. I had to find this on my own, okay? No help whatsoever. Or the help that I got, they weren't very helpful because they don't know much as well. Sadly, it should be the giants that should help us, because whether they like it or not, the mods make I think everyone plays with mods, even on console. So this is a big part of the farming simulator, so we should have a little bit more help, but sadly we do not. But yeah, I hope I hope I helped you with this one. Please do feel free to send messages on the video, or to myself if you need any help with precision farming. It can be very tricky. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. See you next time.